we're going to return to the World Tag Team Championship Tournament because that's going on in August of 91. At this point, we have you and Larry, and you'd made it to the semifinals of the tournament, and you're taking on Firebreaker Chip and Todd Champion, known as the Patriots, Arn. The winner of this one was set to face Rick Steiner and Bill Kashmere in the finals of the tournament. We have the pre-match promo and the conclusion of this one from World Championship Wrestling on August 24th, Arn. Here we go.
On the broadcast, the Enforcers will take on the Patriots in a semifinal match. The winner will advance to the finals and hopefully become the new World Tag Team Champions.
You know, I've seen a lot of losers come and go over the past 15 glorious years. Next week, we're adding 2 more names, and I'm talking about the Patriots, Chip and Todd. You know, if this fireman had any brain, he'd realize that when you play with the stuff, you get burned. And if this Todd Champion learned anything from being in the Special Forces, that he will know more than anybody. He will know more than anybody that the pen is not mightier than the sword. So when you get in the ring and you see Arn Anderson and you see Larry Zbyszko, you will know more than anybody that we are the next WCW Heavyweight Tag Team Champions of the world.
As I sat in the back area, I looked around at 50 of the finest athletes it's ever been my honor to be associated with. And each and every one of them would sell their soul to be the World Tag Team Champions. So if you are in fact going to tempt fate and step in to the inevitable and make your interruption, understand one thing. We will go to any lengths to get what we deserve. Walk away. The life you saved may be your own.
And Anderson, whose family has a tremendous legacy in tag team wrestling, now wrapping the knee around the ring post.
Anderson is, as I mentioned before, I don't think there is a better tag team wrestler in the sport than Arn Anderson. He was simply fascinating with Tully Blanchard. He's been fascinating with every partner he has had. He has won championships around the world, and now with Larry Zbyszko, I personally think they mesh better than any partner that Anderson has ever teamed with.
Including me.
That thought had left me. I thought for good. There's a counter move by Champion, inside cradle, and we got 2 there, and Anderson quickly makes the tag, but more importantly, he restricts Champion's path to his corner.
And in comes Larry Zbyszko, and something else that we should point out. Anderson's a southpaw, Zbyszko comes from the right. Both men very adept at using their hands. Zbyszko with tremendous karate knowledge. Anderson, not just a wrestler, but he can street fight as well. These men mesh perfectly. That's why, and I know they're going to get by the Patriots, that's why these are the next World Tag Team Champions.
They will meet at the finals on September 5th at the Clash of Champions. Rick Steiner and the world's strongest man, Bill Kashmere. Well, that's a power team and a half, Steiner and Kashmere, and that'll be, of course, as we said, live here on TBS Thursday night, September 5th. Don't miss it. Get your friends together to have a big Clash of Champions party. It starts at 8:05 Eastern Time, and there's no party for Zbyszko. He makes the tag after the suplex. Firebreaker Chip back in with Arn Anderson. Remember, they are the legal men. Tremendous strength by Chip, scooping Anderson as Zbyszko up. He can take it to you in the air as well with those drop kicks. And now all 4 men in the ring. Watch the experienced team of Zbyszko and Anderson in this chaotic situation. He tried a pile driver. It was counted.
Got him!
He got him from behind. Anderson's got him wrapped up. He's also got the ropes, and the Enforcers win it any way they can.
Gentlemen, the winning team advancing in the tournament, the Enforcers.
Strategy! Mind over matter.
Mind over matter. Before we get to some questions, before we wrap up this week's episode, Arn, how good's Jim Ross? We talk about it, but you know what I liked? He really did a nice job of reminding everyone how great of a tag team wrestler you are. He talked about Telly and he talked about some of the other tag teams, but his realism in calling the play-by-play of wrestling and making sure to do that storytelling and history, really enjoyed that in that club.
He added the details to every single match that he commentated over. He pointed out things that you might not be watching for. You know, like the shot in the back of the head from Larry from behind, all those, and grabbing the ropes for extra leverage on the pin for me. That's the kind of stuff you have to point out, because to the naked eye, if you're watching it, you're looking for the big stuff. You're not looking for the details. And the details are what makes the difference.
Yeah, true play-by-play announcer, JR. And to me, I really enjoyed this piece of his work. He did it again in the Attitude Era and things like that, but man, when he left UWF and came here and was doing his thing with World Championship Wrestling, Crockett, and then the WCW, really enjoyed it.